Hey, Amber Duggar here. I'm super curious why you started your business. I tend to attract the most incredible people into our community, and I know one thing that the impact driven business that you're either creating, building, or running started with something really personal. It may have been a pivot in your life, it may have been the pandemic that started your new business, it may have been some incredible experience that you had, or maybe it was just like an epiphany over lunch one day that you needed to do something different. But the one thing that I've seen that is in common with almost everyone that I talk to in terms of why they started their business is it has to do with some type of freedom. And I'm so passionate about teaching about cash flow management and teaching about empowering yourself with the information that will really help you feel peace and settle the nervous system around money. And it all starts with a really big why. Like, why am I doing this? Why did I start my business? And sometimes we can get really overwhelmed with all of the different things that go into running a business, building a team, being profitable, taxes, like we're dealing with that right now. There are so many things that kind of can sometimes take us away from the true reason we came into business for ourselves. And then the thing is, we go into business for ourselves, we're doing the thing, and then money can stress us out so much that we don't actually end up doing the things that we thought we were going to originally do when it comes to our business. So I wanted to pose that question, and if you are able to answer below in terms of what your reason was starting the business and is it aligned with what you're doing now, I would love to hear from you. So I'll share a little story about why I started my business. So it's actually a long story, but I'm going to condense it because ultimately it was clearly my path, and I know that now looking back. And a lot of times you can't necessarily see the reasons that things are happening, but they're always, I believe so strongly in this, they're always happening for you. So back in 2014, I was super unhappy with my job. I was making great money. I was using the degree that I got, my finance degree, but there was just something inside of me that was really scared. I was so scared that I was going to be in this cubicle the rest of my life, like until I was 65. And I felt a piece of my soul dying every day that I would go to work. I know that sounds dramatic, but anyone that's working government contracting can attest, like it is no fun. You can have fun sometimes, but it's not anything that I would wish on anyone for a multi-year career. Now, if it's something that people like, that's great, but I definitely wasn't around anyone that really enjoyed it. We just felt like we had to be there. And I felt internally like I had to be there because I didn't want to disappoint my parents. That was a story I definitely had around not leaving a job that I got through the career that I had laid out for myself, the degree, the internships, all these things that led to that career. Well, I was riding my bike home from work one day, and I was trying to find ways to bring adventure into my life because I was so miserable in my day job. And sadly, this new bike, it had not been put together properly, and so it fell apart going 19 miles an hour down a hill. And the only thing that saved me from uncertain, extreme injury or possibly even death was my helmet. I landed on my helmet side and I watched the pavement as it moved as I skidded down the road. This was a pivotal moment, and I actually refer to this as my post-traumatic growth moment because this was the time that everything shifted for me. All of a sudden, I was looking at things so differently. I had such a hard time with gratitude practice before this accident, and then after, I was just so grateful to have my teeth, to be able to actually take in food with a straw and not have to worry about my entire front face being gone. Like I had this scar, this road rash here, but that was it. I didn't have any broken bones. I didn't have any bleeding at the brain. And over the next year, I ended up realizing I did have an MTBI, which is a mild traumatic brain injury or minor traumatic brain injury. But it allowed me to slow down. And I looked into health coaching and I found IIN and I decided to sign up, and it just changed my entire life. And I was able to, sorry, I'm getting notifications on my phone. I was able to start to see a different path for myself. A year later, I left corporate. I moved to Bali 3 weeks after that, and I started my health coaching career. And very soon after that, something happened that changed and pivoted me back into this the financial world that I thought I would never touch again with a 9-foot pole. So I'll share more of this story at another time. But the ultimate reason that I left was two things. I didn't want my soul to die every day in my cubicle. And two, I wanted to be able to visit my grandmother way more than the 2 weeks of vacation that I was allotted at my job. And that was worth everything. All right, I'd love to hear your story below. Let me know. And if you haven't yet signed up for our incredible workshop that we're doing in the B, I think it's April 18th, sign up below. You don't want to miss it. If you've done our Age Money Challenge, know that this is something totally different. We're going to be talking about the mindset, the emotions around money, and you will get such a better, clear picture of where some of these thoughts come from and how we can overcome them. I can't wait to see you there. All right, much love to you.